What's up, YouTube? This is James coming back at you with another informative video. Hope everybody's doing well out there on this Thursday night. I'm doing pretty good myself. I come across this particular story right here, and who would have thought that hair weave involved so much suffering? You know, it's a process actually. That's taking place with where hair weave actually comes from. All right. There are women that actually being put in where like in internment camps, prison camps, and as of punishment, okay, they're getting their hair actually cut off and then it's shipped over in America, and I'm sure other countries as well, to be sold. All right. Now, this lady right here, actually, what the reason why she's cutting her hair, is that they have beliefs that if it's a sick child, you know, um, they would cut their hair, and offer it to the gods of tonsuring, whatever that is. It's some kind of crazy belief, and that the child would get well. Okay, which really has nothing to do, with what's happening to these other women in these endearment camps and whatever. Let's get into the story right here. It's very interesting. Our women, black women, Hebrew women, whatever you want to call, us, really don't understand that. Um, First, let me say this. I love you just the way that you are, you know, and what have you, and if you choose to wear your hair or somebody else's hair, or whatever, wig, synthetic, what have you, I don't care about that, you know what I mean? But just have love and self respect, for yourselves. But I do, love you just the way you are, just as well, okay? But I'm saying, in short, I'm not holding it against you if you choose, to wear, other, hair or whatever. Because I know coming along as a kid, I would watch a lot of brothers. I don't know why. I do not know why, but I watch a lot of brothers, you know, uh, actually insult, the sisters back in the day, long time ago. Bitch, you need to do something with that fucked up ass wig you wearing, that hair yours, that shit nappy as fuck, and all that old kind of shit. So I know that actually drew and led you to go and seek, other hair. You know what I mean, or what have you. And now on the flip side, you got the same type like brothers. You know what I mean? The same type of brothers telling you need to stop wearing that shit. It's this, is that, So look, don't pay that shit no mind. Just be yourself, be yourself. But I just want to do this story so that you guys can know the suffering behind, this whole entire situation with, hair weave and who's really profiting off of it. As we know, the wicked, the seed of the wicked ones are the ones that's actually profiting off of, all of this kind of shit, to tell you the truth. You know, the Most High, actually, he gave us the best kind of hair. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to tell you about good hair. Becky don't have no good hair. Okay, number one. Number two, good hair is the hair that you would have that sticks around. Hair that you never lose. That's very good hair. Okay. Enough said on that situation. Let's get into this story. AP exclusive. Hair weaves from Chinese prison camps seized. All right. Did you see that? Prison camps. Federal authorities in New York on Wednesday seized a shipment of weave and other beauty accessories suspected to be made out of human hair taken from people locked inside a Chinese internment camp. All right. U.S. Customs and Border Protection officials said the association Associated Press that 13 tons by 11.8 metric tons. Wow, that's a lot. You know, a hair is not that heavy, and look how much that weighs. Of hair products worth an estimate of $800,000 were in the shipment. All right. The production of these goods constitutes a very serious human rights violation, and the detention order is intended to send a clear and direct message to all entities seeking to do business with the United States that illicit and inhumane practices will not be tolerated in U.S. supply chains, said Brenda Smith, Executive Assistant Commissioner of CBP's Office of Trade. All right. This is the second time this year that CBP has slapped one of its rare detention orders on shipments of hair weaves from China based on suspicion that people making them face human rights abuses. The orders are used to hold shipping containers at the U.S. ports of entry until the agency can investigate claims of wrongdoing. All right. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's a lot of shit, man, going on behind hair. You know. What can you say, though? You know what I mean? But I can say this. For every woman that does not participate in wearing, you know, or in other words, buying the hair, you know, then how can they make profits? You know, how can they make profits? You know, but to continue, Rashan Abbas, a Uyghur American activist whose sister, a medical doctor, went missing in China almost 2 years ago and is believed to be locked in a detention camp, said women who use hair weaves should think about who might be making them. All right. This is so heartbreaking for us. She said, I want people to think about the slavery people are experiencing today. My sister is sitting somewhere being forced to make what hair pieces? She says, what hair pieces? All right. Yeah, it's bad all over the world, you know, for a lot of people, you know. To continue, Wednesday's shipment was made by Lopkani Meekson Hair Products Co. Ltd. In May, similar detentions was placed in Harrington Holland Hair Accessories Co. Ltd. Although those weaves were synthetic, not human, the agency said. Here it was at Harrington Holland's products were imported by Oz Hair in Duluth, Georgia, and I Hair headquarters in Dallas. I&I's weaves are sold under the Innocence brand to salons and individuals around the U.S. Both the exporters are in China, far west of Xinjiang's region, where over the past 4 years, the government has detained an estimate of 1 million or more ethnic Turkic minorities. All right. The ethnic minorities are held in internment camps and prisons where they are subject to ideological discipline, forced to denounce their religion and language, and physically abuse. Ghana has long suspected the Uyghur. Well, it says, Uyghurs. I know that's pronounced U-I-G, H-U-R-S, but it's pronounced Uyghurs. Weird, you know. But to continue, who are mostly Muslim, of harboring separatist tendencies because of their distinct culture, language, and religion. Report by the AP and other news organizations have repeatedly found that people inside the internment camps and prisons, or activists called black factories, are making sportswear and other apparel for popular U.S. brands. You know, man, U.S. seems to be pimping. I tell you, the AB tried to visit Heritage Holland Hair Accessories Company more than a year ago during an investigation into forced labor inside the camps. But police called the cab driver taking an AP journalist to the area, ordering the driver to turn back and warning that the cab's coordinates were being tracked. Or coordinates, rather. That's coordinates being tracked. Yeah. From the road, it was clear the factory topped the Holland Hair's accessory in big red letters was ringed with barbed wire fencing and surveillance cameras, and the entrance was blocked by helmet police. Damn, what's this, Fort Knox? I guess the money that they're making off of it is just as well. They pimping these people, they enslaving these people, and they pimping them. That's what it boils down to. Okay. Across the street, what appeared to be an educational facility was topped with political slogans declaring the country has the power and urging people to obey the Communist Party. It was unclear whether the factory was part of the detention center, but former detainees in other parts of Xinjiang have described being shuttled to the work in fence-guarded compounds during the day and taken back to internment camps at night. The Chinese Ministry of Affairs has said there is no forced labor nor detention of ethnic minorities. Naturally, he's going to deny it. Shit, if they doing wrong, they're going to deny it. Of course. Shit, To continue here, we hope that certain people in the United States can take off their tinted glasses correctly, understand and objectively and rationally, view normal economics and trade corporations between Chinese and American enterprises, the ministry said in a statement. While tariffs and embargoes over political issues are fairly common, it's extremely rare for the U.S. government to block imports products by forced labor. The 1930 Tariff Act prohibited those imports, but the government has only enforced the law 54 times in the past 90 years. More of those bans, 75% blocked goods from China, and enforcement has ramped up since then. President Barack Obama strengthened the law in 2016. I don't even want to hear about him. But a representative here, Chris Smith, said that while the allegations of forced labor are appalling, sadly, they are not surprising. It is likely that many slave labor products continue to surreptitiously make it into our stores, said Smith, a New Jersey Republican who has taken a lead on anti-human trafficking legislation. On June 17th, President Donald Trump signed the bipartisan Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act of 2020, condemning gross human rights violations of specific ethnic Muslims, minority groups in the Xinjiang, I think it's Xinjiang region of China. But what about the rights of black people here in this country? See, this is the reason why you don't get my vote, Orange Man. See? Now, in conclusion, won't he sign some bills about that? You see my point? See? Because these people right here, I keep wanting to call that place Beijing, but Zhejiang, whatever it's called, region of China, they're not voting for you. You know what I'm saying? Who do you come to when you want to vote? The black people. Just like you got Craig representing you now. And Craig from Friday. You see what I'm saying? That kind of shit. Ice Cube. You see? But here he's talking about signing bills and shit for people over in China. Let me finish this. Earlier calling for his passage, House Speaker Nancy Pelosi decried what she described as China's mass incarceration, forced sterilization, and journalist suppression. Ain't this what did this sound like he talking about our people and everything we went through? That's what it sounds like to me. Wow. In conclusion here, Beijing and Barber's acting targeting the Uyghur people are an outrage to collective conscience of the world, she said in a statement. Wow, 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 wow. Everybody gets to be looked up on, and as far as human rights go, except for the children of the Most High. Ha ha! But that's all right, because we will prevail. The Most High prevail. The Most High has declared it. You understand? He has declared it. Y'all tell me what y'all think about this particular situation right here. I'm interested in hearing y'all thoughts, views, and opinions on it. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. People, please remember to live your life as though we are being watched. Simply because we are. This is James, and I'm out. Peace.